Alright, I'm going to be doing a quick tutorial on some basic mining and a little bit of advanced mining. Now, this is an Anaconda that I use for mining. It's my primary mining ship, basically. And if we go to outfitting here, hard points, the class 4 is a beam laser. The class 3, directly forward of it, is a mining laser. Up on the top deck, seismic charge launcher for cracking asteroids, subsurface for subsurface deposits, and then the two sides are mining lasers. And one of the class 1s in the lower rear is an abrasion blaster for those little surface blocks that you can knock off. And just to fill in an empty weapon slot, I have a turreted pulse laser. For utilities, an essential is a pulse wave analyzer, and I've added heat sink launchers, shield boosters, and underneath, point defense turrets. Now it's ideal to put these underneath your ship as close to your your scoop is, your cargo scoop door is, because that way if I'm mining in the bubble and there's pirates with hatch breakers, these can shoot them down pretty efficiently. Core internals, it's not really too relevant what you have in here. A lot of this stuff is all engineered. The optionals, on the other hand, I run with a class 7 128 ton cargo rack, a 64 ton, another 64, and another 64, so that brings me to a total of 320 tons. Now, one of the essentials you need are collector limpet controllers, and I run 3 5As. That way it gives me 9 active controllers at all times. I run a small shield just because, if I bump into an asteroid, I'm not going to have too many hull issues. Prospector limpet controller is definitely needed. It allows you to scan an asteroid more thoroughly as to its contents, and you get a lot more yield. And of course, a 4A refinery and a detailed surface scanner. That's also a requirement when mining in rings. This allows you to scan the ring, and it presents you with hotspots. So let's launch here. Oh, one more thing. I run... Ooh, let's see. No, I have no idea what I'm doing here. There we go. I'm going to be leaving port with 170 tons of limpets. I find that even with that few, I'm still dumping limpets as my cargo hold fills with goodies. So you'll be burning through limpets for your collectors and the prospectors. I'll make sure everything's good here. All right, let's get off ship and go get some goodies. This is the planet I'll be mining, Parrot's Head Sector ELY D83 Planet 1. So I'm going to lock that in.
Landing clamps disengaged. Maintain a controlled speed until clear.
And then I'm going to punch it.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
That's going to take me about a minute or two to get there because I have to break orbit of the grav well of this planet. Now, as you can see, I have my surface scanner set up next to my system scanner. Surface scanner's on the left side. That's set to my left alt fire, and my system scanner is on the right fire. And I can't really cycle through since I'm in cruise, but I'll be going over more of how I have my fire groups laid up here in a minute. As you could probably see, that you could see some of the highlighted orange areas on that ring. Obviously, I've already scanned it. But I will still give a demonstration of what I do when I scan it with the surface scanner. Now, when you use the surface scanner, you need to be locked onto the primary body, such as the planet in this instance. Now, this is the same scanner you would use to scan the surface of a planet to map the surface. So I'll cut my throttle here. And open up the scanner. And then what you do is when it says ring, fire off a probe. And of course, at that point, it would scan it. And then I'll nose down. See, there's a platinum, painite, platinum, 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 platinum. That's the triple. So I'm going to lock that one full throttle up. Now I'm not going to drop in at that hot spot that I have highlighted. Instead, I'll drop near the other two, and then I'll use that as a reference, so I always have a direction and orientation I can fly toward. So here's the other two. And I'll drop in just forward of this one, a little bit further on the right here. Kill throttle so I don't slam it. See if I can just drop in gently. Yep, there we go. Boom, now that I'm out, I'll usually try and run with the night vision on so I can see where everything is so I'm not hitting anything. Deploy my hard points. And as you can see, my first fire group, I have the pulse wave analyzer and the prospector. And I'm going to go full power to weapons and drop my cargo scoop. Now, since we'll be laser mining, there's not a whole lot of need to hit it with the pulse scanner, but I'll do it here just to demonstrate. Now, some of these are going to have some extra goodies in it, but a lot of these asteroids are not core asteroids. The pulse wave is needed for when doing core mining, but since I'm laser mining platinum, that's not really what I'm going to be focusing on. So I'll pick this one for example, and I'm going to tag it with a prospector. And then I'm going to be targeting my prospector. And here, on the bottom left side, it tells me what the contents are. Platinum, 56.29%. That is good. And then my next fire group, I have all three of my mining lasers. And on my secondary, I have all three of my collectors. I'm just going to hold down my collector launcher. And fire off all 9 of them. And I'm just going to hit this with the laser and hold it. And as you can see, it's dumping out quite a bit. There, she's already depleted, and we're ahead of our limpets now. They're still mopping up everything, and let's see what we're getting here. See, we've already snagged up 5 tons of platinum, and that's still going to keep climbing. And once they're starting to clean up everything, then I'm going to go and find the next one to tag.
Programming limpet drone.
This one looks interesting.
Prospector limpet engaged.
Another good one, 47.98% with platinum.
Asteroid scan complete.
Switch back to the lasers and cook it.
Programming limpet drone.
You can see I've lost a few collectors already. That happens. They'll bump into stuff and they'll die. As you can see from underneath here, my limpets are in a pretty tight loop as they're bringing stuff in, and that's the most efficient way to do it. Oh, looks like I'm bumping the asteroid. Oh boy.
Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet
And then
drone.
just like that, we'll move on to the next one. I'll occasionally pop a pulse wave to see if I happen to be near core.
Programming limpet drone.
There's this little guy. I'll check him out.
Prospector limpet failed.
Select prospector, and I can always tag the next one too.
Prospector limpet engaged. Prospector limpet failed.
This one's got 12%. That's not great, but I'm still going to strip it just because.
Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete.
I do have it set to ignore all this other stuff, such as the samarium and the gallite. I'm not really too interested in that.
Asteroid depleted.
There, that one's empty. Oh, this one doesn't have any platinum in it.
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet engaged.
This is a
Prospector
good one,
limpet
44.
failed. Asteroid scan complete.
I'll just hammer it, strip it, and move right on. And it seems the more mining lasers you have, the faster it will strip the asteroid. I mean, on this one with 3, I don't drain my weapons at all.
Scan complete. Asteroid depleted.
And moving on. That one's only got 4.97. That's pretty sad.
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed.
Now it's going to say prospector failed every time you pop a new prospector, just because the first one you launched previously will self-destruct. It'll essentially die.
Prospector limpet engaged.
That one's 15%. I'm not really going to bother with that.
Asteroid scan complete. Prospector limpet
35.
engaged.
I'll mess with that.
Programming limpet drone. Asteroid scan complete. Prospector limpet failed.
Now I do a lot of strafing. I find that if I'm not
Prospector limpet
moving,
engaged.
I'm not making money. So
Asteroid scan complete.
what are we at here? 37 tons. Good stuff.
Asteroid depleted.
Yeah, what does this big guy got? 36. And I'm within range. So I'll light it up. Look at them guys working. Trash Clan collecting everything for you. That one, I am going to tag that. That could be something fun, based on its shape.
Prospect Olympic failed. Programming limpet drone. Prospect Olympic failed. Prospect Olympic engaged.
It's not a core, but it's definitely a high percentage asteroid,
Asteroid scan
60.82.
complete. Asteroid scan complete.
That one is useless. So we'll go over here. There's a limpet. It's got a few subsurface, but again, it's stuff I'm not really too interested in. Now, I've set up fire groups for each one of my mining tools. Obviously, the pulse wave and the prospector are for sniffing out what I'm looking for. And the first one, the most commonly used, is the mining laser. And the third one is going to be the abrasion blaster. The fourth is the displacement, the subsurface, which is what those two blue icons are on the asteroid. And then the seismic charge, which is basically for core asteroids, which you get to blow up. Zap this, strip her down, and watch our profit.
Asteroid depleted. Collector limpet expired. Programming limpet drone.
All those tasty trees.
Programming limpet drone. Prospect limpet failed. Prospect limpet engaged.
That one is not even worth my time.
Asteroid scan complete. Programming limpet drone. Prospect limpet failed. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet engaged. Prospector limpet failed. Asteroid scan complete. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet engaged. Prospector limpet failed.
Here's a juicy one,
Asteroid
51%.
scan complete. Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete. Asteroid depleted.
That's another good one. And that one also has palladium. I have been collecting palladium, so
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed. Prospector limpet engaged.
Well, since that one's closer, I'll check that one out.
Asteroid scan
22.
complete.
I'll mess with that. Very tedious and time consuming, but the payout is worth it.
Asteroid depleted.
I like to keep my collectors out as they die off, so I can just cook off some more and get them out there and working. Look at that guy.
Asteroid depleted.
Boy, I wish I could find a core. That would be fun.
Programming limpet drone.
Let's try this one.
Prospector limpet failed. Prospector limpet engaged.
It's pretty low content, but I'll take it.
Asteroid scan complete. Asteroid depleted. Collector limpet expired. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed. Collector limpet expired. Programming limpet drone.
Kind of hoping this one's a
Prospector
core
limpet
here.
failed. Prospector limpet engaged.
Oof, nothing.
Asteroid scan complete. Cargo scoop retracted. Cargo scoop deployed. Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan
It's not a
complete.
core, but it'll be worth my time. $104 tons of platinum. That's pretty good.
Asteroid depleted.
Oh, hello there.
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed.
Seems I got a little ahead of my limpets.
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet engaged. Programming limpet drone. Asteroid scan complete. Prospector limpet engaged.
It's not a core.
Asteroid scan complete. Asteroid depleted.
It's a good one.
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed. Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete. Asteroid depleted. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed. Prospector limpet engaged. Programming limpet drone. Asteroid scan complete. Prospector limpet failed. Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete. Asteroid depleted. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed. Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete. Prospector limpet engaged.
I try as much as possible to keep myself oriented where I kind of always have a general knowledge of where my heading is. That way I'm not, prospecting asteroids I've already depleted. Because that's just annoying.
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed. Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete. Collector limpet expired. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete. Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete.
Now there's platinum subsurface on this. However, it's got a pretty fast rotation to it. And that's going to make getting those pretty difficult. Fireworks.
Asteroid depleted.
Now I'm strafing and trying to match the orbital speed. And that one's empty.
Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone. Collector limpet expired. Collector limpet expired. Collector limpet expired.
And these are hard. Especially when the asteroid's rotating like that.
Collector limpet expired. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone. Collector limpet expired. Programming limpet drone. Collector limpet expired. Programming limpet drone. Collector limpet expired. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed. Prospector limpet engaged. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed. Asteroid scan complete. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed. Prospector limpet engaged. Cargo scope retracted. Asteroid scan complete. Cargo scope deployed. Programming limpet Programming limpet drone. Asteroid scan complete. Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete. Asteroid depleted.
This one doesn't rotating wildly.
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed. Prospector limpet engaged. Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete. Asteroid scan complete.
And we're up to 170 tons.
Asteroid depleted. Asteroid depleted. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet engaged. Prospector limpet failed. Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete. Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete. Asteroid depleted. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed.
Just like that. Now there's 200 tons.
Asteroid scan complete.
I'll grab this last one here.
Asteroid depleted. Cargo scoop retracted.
Now, in system, there's lots of carriers here. I think, here we go. This carrier buys platinum at 220,000 per ton, roughly 200 tons. That's a little over 40 million in credits. Easy money. Whereas me, I don't sell them to carriers. I will take them back to the bubble on my carrier and sell them for a little bit more than that.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
I think next time I'll do a tutorial on core mining.